This topic is so exciting. It's not only near and dear to my heart, but thinking about the future of product innovation, oftentimes we get caught up in the technology. And the technology is an important part, but in addition, we have to think about the strategic and organizational aspects which help these technologies realize their potential. And I think that's where some of the art and the science is, and some of the things that we will explore in this panel discussion today.
It does introduce some changes in the way we think about innovation, how we organize around innovation. I think the other big part of the business for us is the data science space.
I'll just say a couple of things that have kind of been probably, I'd say North Stars to the way in which we've thought about innovation at VMware, and I think I'd fall through some of my experience at SAP too. I think, Saika, similar to your own research, innovation for us could be inorganic or organic, and sometimes we have to pursue an inorganic path when we have to jolt the system. To bring in sort of a new DNA. That notion of design thinking was very important to the way in which we transformed our product managers to think in the mind of a consumer or a customer.
Have a dialogue with your users and iterate in the direction of your users. So you don't have to think ahead of time for 3 years of what things will be. You can try something and then move on with this. More of a data mindset, and that changes the programming methodology and model.
Match people based on skills. And that's what we started to do. We identified the problem and then created a product to solve that problem.
Moving to as a service and you're delivering SaaS, which means that you need to deliver to the end customer consumption model, is a big challenge. It finally comes back to the individual.
There's pretty dramatic changes in the way you think about your business model. If you're selling services or selling SaaS versus licenses, it just has a whole range of impacts on what your P&L looks like, how you motivate the sales force, all those sorts of things.
There are times where the right approach is the current team that you have, infused with potentially some new talent, and usually with leadership, and I think the leader and the leaf level have to agree on the mission, and we've had success with that effort inside VMware.
The biggest question really is why, and that's what really attracts the best talent, right? It's not the money, it's not the salary, it's the purpose.
And for some companies, ecosystems aren't important because they don't need it.
Yeah.
But in our case, it's almost essential to survival.
There was a temptation to actually move up that stack, and then I've seen it a lot. But a lot of times you have to kind of leave that for the ecosystem such that the ecosystem flourishes.
And I think Jeff Bezos calls it a day one mentality. Just every day is like you just started the company today, as opposed to, well, we're so established and we're so big and nobody could disrupt us.
I think the point about diversity and inclusion is really important, especially as more of a data mindset comes into place.
Yeah.
You need to make sure that the right data is coming to the system from diverse viewpoints. I think another one is continuous learning, that these technologies are changing so quickly that whatever we all learned in college or wherever we learned it is going to be irrelevant very soon.
I really enjoyed it. I hope everyone else did here as well. And if people are able to stick around a little bit, it would be great for folks to meet some of the panelists. Thank you again.
Thank you very much to our panelists and to our audience.